when we had taken over in 2018, there were only 4,500 houses in the rural areas which had water connection through pipe, which made up less than 0.75% of the entire household population or the households in the rural areas, which of course made us one of the worst states in the entire country. All states were at 5%, 10%, some even at 50%, and Meghalaya was way down at 0.75%. So we were at the bottom when we started off in 2018. In the last 5 years, after we have worked, and more importantly, we have only been the driving force, I should say, and pushing the department, but the actual workforce has been the team of the PH department itself. And hence, no matter how much we push, if the team of officials, if the team of the contractors, if the workers working at the grassroots level don't work, then nothing will happen. So it was because of the hard work of the PHE department that Meghalaya has actually performed exceptionally well in the Jal Jeevan Mission. To the extent that the Honorable Minister for Jal Jeevan, that is Jal Shakti Ministry, Mr. Gajendra Shekhawat, when he came to Shillong, he had made a comment in the meeting saying that other states should follow the example of Meghalaya, and that other states should follow the model that Meghalaya is following. So it was a great testimony of the kind of work that this government has been doing in the last 5 years. And just to give you an idea that more water connections has been given in the last 5 years than was given in the last 50 years. So that speaks about volumes about how much work has been put into the overall water supply scheme. So from 4,500 houses, today we are almost touching 3 lakh houses that have water connection through pipes. And being in the bottom of the entire ranking of the country, today we are in the top. I wouldn't say top number 1 because there are some states who have finished 100%, but we are in one of the best performing states in the country today. And in terms of the work, another testimony from Government of India is that every year, whatever budget sanction is given to every state, if any state completes the budgetary allocation on time, then bonus is given to those states. And these bonuses are not small amounts, these are like in 400-500 crores. And I'm happy to inform you that Meghalaya is one of the few states, there are only 2 to 3 states in the country that have received the bonus 2 years consecutively. And we most likely will be the only state also now which will be receiving the bonus for the 3rd year consecutively. So that again is a testimony of how one of the departments has been working very, very efficiently, the PHE department. And this, as I said, has been the story in almost every department that we are working in. Be it health, be it CNRD. I would like to inform you that when we had taken over, the Meghalaya government and the Meghalaya's expenditure was less than 600 crores, about 500 something crores every year in MG and REGA. And within a matter of 5 years, today, this particular year, financial year, from less than 600 crores of expenditure, we will be touching almost 1,800 crores of expenditure in MG and REGS. Means 3 times more than what was spent 5 years back. And these things just don't happen because we want it to happen or we want more money from the central government. Central government will only give us more money if we perform well. And hence the performance and implementation of Meghalaya has drastically improved in MG and REGS in the last 5 years, where from 600 was expenditure and today we are almost going to touch 1,800 crores of expenditure in MG and REGS. Again, another example of how this government has been improving the overall expenditure of of the state, and ensuring that more and more development comes in. Another small example is to tell you about the road construction, for example. In record, I mean, I can give you numbers, but just to give you a brief, that we have constructed more roads in the last 5 years than what has been constructed in the last 20 years. All put together, more roads have been constructed in the last 5 years. In PMGSY, again, we were at the bottom of the ranking in the entire country. But today, we are among the best performing states in the country, as well as in the Northeast, we are at number 2 in terms of our utilization and our performance. And the reason I'm telling you this is because these are testimonies of how the government has worked towards ensuring that overall development reaches the people. I remember in 2018 when we had taken over, people asked me a question, what is it that you're going to do? And what is going to be your main agenda? So I remember telling the press, and I clearly remember it because I was very clear in my mind that given an opportunity, this is what we will do. And I told them that we will not do different things, but we will do things differently. It's a very, very popular quotation. We will not be doing different things, but we will do them differently. So therefore, my objective was that MGNRGS is there. We will ensure that the governance improves, the efficiency improves, the overall monitoring improves, the accountability improves. And once we start doing that, the performance and the overall same programs that were there, but they will be implemented in a much better manner. And I'm happy to see that in the last 5 years, we have been able to do that in many of the departments. I was telling yesterday this very large program we had in Polo, that there was a time in 2018 when 50% of the children in our state were not getting immunization. 50%. And we had a lot of excuses. Health department used to say people are not willing, people are not ready, and these kind of things, social issues, these issues. So I told them that it may be there, but it is our duty to convince the people. It is our duty to explain to the parents why this is important. And once we started doing that, today we are covering 95% of children in our state are immunized. From 50% to 95%. We were at 27th rank in 2018, and today we are at number 2 rank in the country. So things are possible. We can make things happen. A lot of people feel that Meghalaya is a small state, we are a tribal state, a state with majority tribal population, we cannot do these kind of things and compete with the big states. And I keep telling people, absolutely not. It is all in our mindset. If we think that we can do it, we will be able to do it. And we must work hard towards it. It's not just about thinking, but it starts with the mindset. And today I'm so happy that this mindset has changed. People no longer want to, in Meghalaya, we want to compete and say we're competing with other states in the Northeast. Not that I'm putting them down in any way, but it's just I'm raising the bars for our state. I tell people we should compete with the big states. We should compete with countries. Today Meghalaya has competed with countries like China and Singapore and UK in a competition that was held for the best e-governance project in the whole world. And this was judged by not any normal organization, but by the UN organizations. So UN has a sister organization for information technology. So under the UN, they have judged different e-governance projects throughout the world, not just in India. And from India also many states participated. But let me tell you, for that best e-governance project for competition in the world globally, where more than 100 countries participated, Meghalaya's project for e-governance was awarded the best project. And this is something that's a great honor for actually all of us. And today many other states are actually looking at this project and are going to implement this project in their states. And a simple example, I'll tell you what it is. It's a project to clear proposals. You won't believe that a proposal used to take 6 months to 1 year to clear. So if a department started a proposal, or if some department put up something on file, It would go from the LDA to the department, then again would come down, then again the LDA, then again the department would come down, then planning, and then finance, and then... So by the time it went through 30, 40 tables, it would be 6 months. Because if somebody, for example, was not in office, had taken a break, 2 weeks, some problem is there, the proposal would be lying there forever. So we would see proposals taking even up to 6 months to clear. You will be happy to know that after this proposal of e-proposals, we call it, this was implemented, today proposals are cleared in less than 7 days. There have been proposals which we have cleared in 45 minutes. That's how fast things are moving. Because no matter what people say that I'm on holiday, I'm in Delhi, I'm in Bombay, I'm at home, you just open up your mobile and you click, 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 and the proposal while sitting at home you can clear it. So you don't have to be sitting in office to clear files anymore. And this kind of a revolutionary project has today allowed Meghalaya to be in the map of the global IT forum, where we were awarded the best project in terms of e-governance. And I think that's really what it is all about. It's about raising the standards. It's about making people believe and feel that we can do it. Making people feel and believe that Meghalaya can be the best state in the country. And maybe 5 years back, a lot of people thought that would not be possible. But today there's immunization, there's MGNRGS, JJM, IT, the best startup in the country, all these, the best ecosystem for tourism, for sustainable tourism, all these are real things happening in Meghalaya. And our dream is to actually allow it to continue in the future, and I hope that we'll get the opportunity to do it. And we're working hard towards it. But that is why we're seeing all of these things moving forward, and today here we are for JJM. There was a point in time when people thought that it's not possible. A lot of officers told me, sir, it's not possible because JJM does not cover census villages. And then Hamlet, took the initiative. He was the Minister for MGNRGS because census towns issue was affecting two projects. PHG, which is JJM, and the MGNRGS, which is CNRD. So it was under his department. So he started initiating, he went to Delhi, he wrote so many letters, he mentioned to me about it also, we talked about it, I told him to initiate, I'll follow up also, and he did it. And in a matter of months, MGNRGS was applicable in census towns too. And that then facilitated the entire process for us to be able to then implement JJM in census towns. So therefore, I must say this, I'm not saying it because it's sitting here in front of me, but in front of all of us. But this entire project of census towns being possibly made, census towns getting JJM and MGNRGS, 99% of the credit will go to Hamlet. Because it is his thought and his initiative that led this way, and then of course we pushed it politically, that's a different issue. But if the thought had not come in, if the initiation had not been done, if the letters had not been written, if the entire lobbying and pressure was not there, we would not be standing here today, trust me. So we must give credit and appreciate the hard work that has gone in by your leader and our leader who's sitting here right now with us, and I must thank him and congratulate him, because I was telling in another meeting one day that because of the work that is being done by him for his constituency, maybe he was thinking about Umlyngka and Nongkseh and doing this, but because of that, today almost all the census towns today are benefited. Mylliem has benefited, And just one day we were just discussing with some of our leaders in Nongkseh area and Madadriting area, and they were just surprised that when we told them that, well, we'll be getting MGNRGS now, and they were so happy. It was obviously the intention, but I'm sure the motivation started with Umlyngka and Nongkseh, and the impact of that today is being felt everywhere. The Nongkseh project and this Umlyngka project is almost close to 35 plus crores. Exact number and value of this sanctioned amount has come to 15.8 lakhs for Nongkseh, and for Umlyngka it's about 28.89. But of course, as I said, the tendering process takes place. So in the tendering, it all depends on the L1 and all those other issues. So we will see exactly how much the actual value of the work will be, but that will not affect the overall implementation of the project. There will be 1,230 households in Nongkseh that will start getting water supply, and 2,242 households in Umlyngka that will get the water supply. So this is a really, really big project, and overall close to about 400 crores more has come into the state because of the fact that census towns today are included in the JJM project. So I'm sure, as far as I know, I was just speaking or messaging to the chief engineer and other officials who could not come here because election commission officials are here today and they have a meeting at 10 o'clock. Hence, they have excused themselves. So I was speaking to them and they told me that even the work has been allotted already. So I expect that in the next couple of weeks, I will make sure that the contractor moves fast and gets things done. So maybe in the next couple of weeks, we will see the work also start, because these are large projects that require the pipes to be ordered and the supply of the pipes takes time to come. So all of these things may take full traction, may happen maybe after only a month or so, but at least you will start seeing at the ground level the work being initiated. And knowing the background of some of the people who have received this work, I know that they are very, very fast, and I think they will finish the project way before the scheduled date of completion. And I will take personal interest, and I'm sure that your MLA will take personal interest, Hamlet will take personal interest to ensure that the project is completed on time. So friends, I will not be able to stay too long. As was mentioned by Hamlet, I have another 4 programs in Garo Hills. I'll be flying there, and then tomorrow again I'm coming back here after again another 3 programs there. And tomorrow evening we will see, this is another project which I think a lot of people don't know, but when Honorable Hamletji was the Minister for Urban Affairs, then that time we had initiated the work to fast track the Marriott Hotel. So I'm happy to inform you beforehand, because tomorrow it's happening, that the second 5-star hotel in Shillong will be coming out tomorrow. So the Marriott Hotel will be, soft launching will take place. The Marriott and all these hotels have their own procedures to clear before they can fully open to the public. But the hotel is now complete and will be handed over to the Marriott team. And I'm hopeful that within the next 2 to 3 to maximum 4 weeks, we will open the bookings also. But tomorrow will be the official handing over and the soft launch of the Marriott Hotel, the second 5-star hotel in our state. It has taken 50 years for us to have a 5-star hotel. Taj Vivanta is functioning wonderfully, and the Marriott is going to start. And the Marriott, so that you all feel really nice about this, the Marriott is the biggest hotel in the Northeast. So a lot of people think that Guwahati would have had the biggest hotel, but no, we in Shillong, in Meghalaya, have the biggest hotel in the whole of Northeast. It is about close to 195 rooms. Which makes it the biggest hotel in the entire Northeast. So that's another great news for people in the state and in the city, and a great news for the tourist. And I'm sure that it will lead to a lot of job creation. I was speaking to the owners and asking them how many jobs will be created. They said roughly about 120 people have already been employed. And I asked them how many of them are local people. They said almost 70-75% are local people who are working in the hotel. And that's the same thing for even the Taj. So a lot of job creation is happening directly. And you'll be happy to know, I can see a lot of young women faces out here, that almost 70% of the workers who have been employed locally are women. And so I'm sure that Marriott will also have the same openings and an opportunity for our youth. And the direct employment is one, but the indirect employment that will be created through creation of other activities, whether it's the tourism activity or the restaurants and other aspects, will be much, much larger. So it's a great news for us, and I thought that I'd take this opportunity to share that with you. The reason being because it was during Hamlet's time as the Urban Affairs Minister that we had really worked hard to push this, and though he is not there as Urban Affairs right now, I think it's only fair to mention it in his presence and to give the due credit to him for all the hard work that he did as Urban Affairs Minister. So once again, I thank all of you for this wonderful day, and really it's a red letter day for the people of this area, and I'm sure a project that all of you have been waiting for a very, very long time. This is something that I'm sure will really ease the overall pressure in different households. The only thing I want to end my speech by saying that PHE department can create the infrastructure by putting pipes and putting tanks. But PHE department, in fact, nobody can create water. So water is a blessing from above. And it's important that the community realizes that, and we need to make our efforts as a society, as a community, to protect our water bodies. Sometimes we just take it for granted that we open our pipe and say, where is the water? But we're not realizing that our activities and the fact that we are not giving attention to our spring, the spring sheds and the catchment areas, the forest covers, the pollution aspect, the water recharging aspect, the rainwater harvesting aspect, all these are so crucial to ensure that actually Jal Jeevan Mission comes out to be successful. As a government, we have a huge project of 700 crores where we are creating almost 1,000 reservoirs. We have a huge project under CLAMP where we are rejuvenating 300 springs in the state. We are going for rainwater harvesting. We are going for water table recharging. All these things are happening, but government cannot do it alone. And since our society is a community-based society, our lands are community-owned land. Our traditional heads have necessary powers and overall kind of control of the different lands and areas and forest. Without the help of society, Jal Jeevan Mission will not be a success. So you will see pipes, you will see tanks, but till we don't work as a team and as a society, as a state, we will not be able to achieve success. So therefore, I urge all of you, we must protect our water bodies. The traditional heads and the community can play a big role in it. Planting of trees, taking care of our forest, all these aspects will ensure that Jal Jeevan Mission is successful, and not just about the next 2, 3, 5 years, but about generations to come. What are we going to do to ensure that these different areas are protected? So this is a very important message, and I hope that all of us, there are a lot of elders out here, all of you have to play a very important role so that we are able to ensure that this Jal Jeevan Mission, as I said, Jal Jeevan is life, as you know it in Hindi. So life, water is life, is what the meaning of this word Jal Jeevan Mission is. So therefore, I hope that we will truly make this into a Jal Jeevan Mission, and for that to happen, we all have to contribute, and we all have to work as a society, as a community, and as a team to make it successful. So with these few words, I once again congratulate the PHE department. I congratulate, most importantly, your leader and my dear friend and former minister, Mr. Hamletson Dohling, for all his hard work. And I congratulate all the people of this locality of Umlyngka and Nongkseh who are going to get benefit of this scheme. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God bless our state of Meghalaya. God bless you, Jai Hind.